Well, hello everybody out there on the internet. This is RealmanPwns, and today I am making kimchi. It's time to make a new batch. My old batch is getting low, so I want to go ahead and make it. So I have here 2 lovely Napa Cabbages, and this is what you use to make kimchi, the base of it. And this recipe is for 6 pounds of cabbage, and I've got 7 pounds, so, but it's not going to matter. It'll work with 7 too. So the first thing I got to do is rinse these cabbages, get them nice and clean, and it also helps for them to wet because we're going to salt them in order to tenderize the cabbage and make it bendable. So yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty, now it's time to cut the cabbages. So what I do is I turn it like this, and I'm gonna cut right down just about a couple inches into it through the cabbage, and then we take our thumbs in and we can just, doesn't that sound nice when it does that? I like it. Well, that one had to get rinsed off. 10-second rule applies after I rinse it off. And then we're going to cut these in half. So we're quartering the cabbage. And there we go. There we go. Alrighty, now we're going to salt the cabbage. Now right here, if you see, let me see if I can. This is not actually great value salt, even though I have it in a great value container. This is Korean sea salt from Korea. And I want to be authentic with my kimchi, so I bought this on Amazon. But you could just use regular sea salt or kosher salt that's, coarse. But you want to make sure that your salt doesn't have any iodine or anti-caking agents in it. You just want it to be plain salt. And it will tell you on the label if that's the case. So, yeah, here we go. So, let me move this side. Well, I'll put it in here for the moment. That wasn't smart. But to salt them, I start with the back leaf here. And really the salt is only for this thick white part. That's what you really want the salt for, because that's what will break if you bend it. But once you salt them and leave them out for 4 or 5 hours, it will become soft and flexible. So that's what we're doing when we're salting it. So let me get, and so we're really going to put it mostly on this white part. I don't know how well you're seeing that, but then we put the next one down. Get it in there. And thus we continue. I love kimchi. Kimchi is probiotic. It's good for you. So if you can have access to Napa Cabbages and Daikon radishes, you can make kimchi too. And don't worry, we're going to be rinsing all this salt off at the end of the process. So don't worry about it being too salty. As long as you rinse it good, it'll be just fine. And there you go. That's one done. Alrighty. So they're all salted, and we're going to leave him there for 5 hours. And every 30 minutes, I'm going to turn them over so they'll salt evenly on both sides. So, yeah. See you in 5 hours. Well, I almost forgot to show this step. We got to make what we call the porridge. And it's 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of, it's supposed to be rice flour, but you can use any kind of flour. I'm using potato flour because I happen to have some potato flour. So that's what I'm using. But if you want to go strict by the recipe, it's glutinous rice flour. 2 tablespoons and 2 cups of water. And this 2 tablespoons of brown sugar that I will be adding once this is at the consistency I want it. Now I'll keep heating this and bring it up to a boil, and until it loses some of the water, evaporates, steams away, whatever, until it gets to a kind of a silky, a little bit. I mean, right now it's already kind of silky, but I'll probably need to lose about a quarter of the water here, and then I'll take it off the heat and add the sugar, brown sugar, and stir that in. So 2 tablespoons of flour, glutinous rice flour if you have it, or any kind of flour, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar after it's done and I've taken it off the heat. Then I'll stir that in. And then I can store it in the refrigerator after it cools down until I need it to make the kimchi. So, yeah. I almost forgot to put this in. Oh, I'll be back. Alrighty, this has been going for about 10, 12 minutes on medium high, and so now I'm going to turn off the heat. If you can see here, see the consistency of that. It's real shiny, and it's lost about 25% of the water, reduced. So now I'm going to, now that I've turned off the heat, I'm going to add the sugar, brown sugar. Sugar out. Want to get it all in there. There we go. It's in there now. We're going to stir that in. Let that melt, all that sugar melt into that flour and water concoction. And this is going to be, this kind of helps the red pepper powder that we're going to be using, Korean red pepper powder, also called gochugaru, and we'll be using that, and that helps that to stick to the cabbage leaves along with all the other ingredients that'll go in there. We've got onions, garlic, ginger, fish sauce, Daikon radish, carrots, green onions, and I'm even going to add some chives this time. That's a new ingredient for me to add. You can really add all kinds of different vegetables. You know, kimchi is not just the cabbage preparation. Kimchi is a way of preserving foods by fermenting in the kimchi way with red pepper powder. So you can have cucumber kimchi or carrot kimchi or onion kimchi, you know, any kind of kimchi. So now, this is like I want it. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it right down there in my container. Safely. Will it stand? There we go. See? That's good enough, I think. There you go, and this will I'll let it cool down, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator for later to be used with all the other ingredients. You know what I mean, Butterbean? Oh, I'll be back. Alrighty, now it's been soaking for the cabbage been soaking for a while, and now you can see how much more flexible it has become by salting it. It's still a little crisp, but this is fine for me. So I'm going to soak it and rinse all the salt out of it. And once I fill this up, I'll also do like this and individually rinse the leaves to make sure I get all the salt out, because you don't want it to be too salty. But yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty, now that it's been rinsed, you want to take it and gently squeeze out a lot of this water and place it standing up in a colander so it can drain more water out. Here, let me lay it for the moment until I get another one to balance. Because you don't want any excess water in your kimchi, so you have to let this drain for about 30 minutes in a colander. And now we'll stand it up. There we go. Don't squeeze too tight. You don't want to damage your cabbage, but just tight enough to get that water out, or at least a bunch of the water. Get all that out. And there you go. So I'll let this sit in here for about 30 minutes, and then I'll be back. Alright, it's time to chop up some vegetables. If you can see, I already have my green onions chopped up, as well as some chives. And over here I have Daikon radish and carrots and an apple. The apple will be the last thing I do, because it starts to turn brown as soon as you shred it. So I'm going to be shredding these in my handy dandy little shredder here. Makes things a lot easier than having to cut them by hand. Up there, there you go. See that? And there you go. That's how I do shred my vegetables. Be careful. I want to shred my fingers. And I'll be back. Now in here, I have like 24 cloves of garlic, 4 tablespoons of shrimp sauce, which is just salted fermented shrimp, onions, a couple onions, and a couple ounces of ginger. And this will also go in to make the base once I blend it. And there you go. And Bob's your uncle. Let me get some of this down. Get it blend it in a little more. Alrighty. So now what we'll do is we'll put all this paste in here. Alright. All right. Yes. Alrighty, put you in there, and we'll rinse you off. There we go. Now, what do I want to do? Ooh, yeah. Need to take this. I'll be back after I skin this apple. Alrighty. I've skinned my apple. So now we'll cut the ends off. And we're going to try to cut close to the core. Let me go here. Alrighty, won't use those pieces. They're good. Cut you in half. Alright. Finally to get the apple. I like to make mine a little sweet with this apple. The apple's optional. You don't have to have the apple in there. Just really, all you really need is the cabbage. But all these other things make it good. And finally, alrighty, I'll clean up this mess later. Let me go in here and get things going. All right, we got the paste, the onion and garlic there. Now we got the flour and brown sugar mix we made earlier in the day. All righty, in there. And here we have 3 cups of gochugaru, which is red pepper powder, Korean pepper flakes. That's what makes it spicy. All right. Stir that in a bit. And now we'll put in all this stuff. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. All right. Alrighty. And now we just got to stir this in slowly so we don't make a mess. I know it looks like it don't want to mix, but it will. The water from all these vegetables will add to the liquid until it's all coated. I'll be back. Alrighty, now we're on to the last procedure, and that is to smear the stuff here onto the cabbage. And we'll start by doing just like this. And I want you to just smear it on there. Put it up on the back side. Lay down leaves, smear some more. Lay down leaves, smear some more. Push it up into that crack in there. Smear some more. Up back side. Get a little bit right in there. And then what I do now, most people would fold this up and put it in the container, but because I don't have teeth, I chop mine up. So I cut off this little hard piece on the end, turn that, and put that away. Then I just fold it right over like this. First cut that in half, turn it, and then I'm just going to make slices. Turn it, and I go this way. This is a messy job, but I don't mind. I'm used to being messy. And then we just scoop it up in the hand and put it inside the container. And then I'm going to turn this one. And do the same thing. That around in there, and then because I always make a lot of paste, more than I probably need, I take a handful of paste and then I sprinkle that on top in there, and then I start with another one. But let me clean off my hands so I can turn off my camera. And that is how the kimchi is made. See that? I'll be back. Alrighty, well, I'm done, and there it is. There's the kimchi. Now I will seal this up. See, like that. See, all the air comes out in that little hole there. Press it tight. Then I plug the hole. Then I put this on. And this only needs to sit out in room temperature for a couple days, and then it will be fermented. I can put it back in the refrigerator. But I like to let mine go a little longer, so I'm probably going to go about a week with this. And I have enough kimchi left from the old batch, so I won't run out. And yeah, this will be weak. The longer it goes, the more sour the taste gets, and it's yum. So this has been RealmanPwns making kimchi. Oh, ah.